Morning, Heidi Ho, YTPC. This is a VR for Blue Cord Custom Woodworking. I'm recently a new subscriber, so I was watching a few of his videos and I saw he's doing a a couple of beautiful pipes. Anyway, he had asked the question to enter the GAW for the first stage, I believe, was a couple of events in your lifetime that have shaped you, changed your life, good or bad. I have two. I have many. I could go on forever, but two kind of came to mind. They're out of the ordinary, I guess. I know a lot of people will talk about getting married and children and things like that. Those are definitely life-changing events for sure, and I've done both. But anyway, one of my first one's a downer. My second one's turning a bad, serious situation into a major life change that I'm still kind of working through, but it's a good thing. So anyway, first one is a story, and it doesn't end well. When I was a young fella, my dad worked out of town and my mom was busy with something, work or friends, like you have to have a life as an adult. So we got babysat a lot, and the next door neighbor's daughters babysat us. They were a few years older than us, me and my brother. And we were little terrors. But anyway, one of the young ladies there that used to babysit us got a boyfriend. His name was Telly. Telly was an interesting guy, very tough, into metal music, incredibly good shape, just a all-around good role model for me. He was a very tough guy to like for a lot of people. I think he was kind of an outsider, but I definitely liked him. I was an older brother myself, so I made him my older brother, and I think he really liked that, and he kind of made me his younger brother. And Telly, helped me out a lot in life, made me kind of interested in cars and music and being a tough guy, I guess. He was very tough. Him and I, when we became older, we had a couple of scraps at the bars together. Not him and I, but against other people. But when I was young, he put me under his protection aura. Nobody wanted to mess with me because they knew Telly was going to be the person that ended up coming for him. So anyway, long story short, as we grew older, we did grow apart, but always kept in touch through Facebook and all other means. And we'd run into each other in some small town just out of the blue. He was an oil field worker and so was I, and we'd run into each other and we'd go have wings and a beer and share stories. But anyway, Telly fell into some issues in his life. Don't need to get into them, but they're the usual things that make your life a mess. He had a divorce and had some issues with, anyway. Got messed up with some people, I believe, and I was out working one day and got a phone call and Telly had taken his life. It messed me up big time. I kept it inside. I don't really share a ton of my feelings, but it messed me up. It's that one person that I wish I could have kept forever, but yeah, so he always wore a goatee longer. He used to always tell me to grow it longer, but I don't like the way it looks on me. But anyway, so I wear this goatee for Telly. I'm always gonna remember him. He shaped me at a young age. I didn't, I had a father figure, obviously, a great dad, but he was another major influence in my life, and I'm sad to say he's not around anymore. But I will remember him, and I will wear this goatee for him. So that's the first change. Second event. Second event is as I get older, into my 40s, I started to realize that I wasn't some sort of immortal. I started having some health problems, mainly with high blood pressure. My father suffers from it, and my grandfather eventually passed away from the symptoms of high blood pressure. So I knew I had high blood pressure. I could tell. I hate going to the doctor. It just bothers me. But anyway, I was officiating a hockey game, and I took a fall, pretty hard fall. I fell backwards, smacked my head. I was wearing a helmet, but I believe I knocked myself out for a few seconds and got back up and carried on and officiated that game and a couple afterward. And I was heading home that night, and I could see something in my eye, something out of the ordinary. I knew something was bad, but being as I don't like going to the doctor, I let it go for a long time. And it got worse and worse and worse. And finally, one morning I woke up and I couldn't really see out of my eye. I knew something was very bad. When I blinked, I had this horrible halo and stars effect. It was strange. So I went to the eye doctor immediately, and turned out I had a thing called a branch retinal vein occlusion or something. So it's one of your retinal veins that gets plugged up. It's like a stroke in your eye, and then it causes you to get a liquid buildup behind in your eye. I'm not a doctor, but anyway, it's not good. So the prognosis and the remedy for such a thing is you get to go it started every 2 weeks, and you get to go have a needle shoved in the side of your eye. They squirt some sort of steroid in there, and you get to do that for every 2 weeks, and then every month, and then every second month, and every third month, and so on until you get up to where you've not had a needle and things have gotten better for over a year. So that took 3 years. I can't count how many needles I got. It is as bad as it sounds. Having a needle put into the side of your eye and something injected in it is horrific. Very painful afterwards when the freezing comes out. You spend the next couple days with a sore spot in your side of your eye. But anyway, because of that fall and eye injury, I also went and got myself a family doctor. Got diagnosed with high blood pressure, got on some medications. At the same time, I also got some medication for issues with anxiety. Just going to the doctor and getting help was the best thing I could have done for myself. I have 3 children that are teenagers, and a wife and a life, and everyone depends on me to make it, until they've all grown up and have their own lives, and then I can, they won't need me as much anymore. But for now, I need to stick around. I know too many people my age that have died from heart attacks and strokes and things like that. So if you haven't gone to the doctor, go. It's not that bad. They don't do the finger thing anymore. Everything's done by blood work and x-rays. So if you're scared of that, maybe when you're old. I haven't gotten to the age yet that I have to do that, but I'm sure that's coming. Anyway, yeah, those are the 2 things that have changed my life. One was a loss of a very good friend. Made me think about mental health a lot. And the other one, again, health. Having a semi-traumatic situation turned into a positive because I ended up caring about my health a little more. I got the medication I need, and I started to lose some weight and exercise more and stop drinking so much beer. And yeah, it's really turned my life around, that's for sure. I feel so much better. And so that's my VR. Hopefully everyone has a great day. I'm up at work, be here for the next week. Spring has sprung out in northern Alberta, so we're all enjoying the weather finally. And I want you all to have a great day and touch some grass. Okay, bye now. Toodaloo.